Deep beneath our feet, Earth is rumbling with an energy 50 times greater than all of humanity's power consumption. It's trapped in rocks deep inside the planet, held at temperatures hotter than the core of Jupiter. This secret power could revolutionize how we keep our homes warm, power our cities, and even help us fight the climate crisis. But what is it? And how can we harness it? Imagine walking into your home and turning up the thermostat without firing up your furnace or lighting any candles. It sounds like magic, but that's exactly what researchers are aiming to do by tapping into the seemingly endless supply of heat stored in the rocks beneath our feet. Now let's be clear, this isn't about oil, gas, or uranium. Instead, it's about the abundant water that's hidden in the Earth's crust. You see, the Earth's surface is just the tip of a gigantic iceberg. Much of the planet's mass is actually hidden beneath our feet. And much of that hidden mass is water in the form of minerals. This hidden water has been part of the Earth's system since the planet formed 4.5 billion years ago. Some scientists think water may have played a key role in the formation of life, and it still plays a big role today, particularly when it comes to energy production. Now here's where things get interesting. When seawater seeps into the Earth's crust, it reacts with the surrounding rocks, creating hot springs and vast reservoirs of energy. These underground areas are called hydrothermal systems, and they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. They're also incredibly common. In fact, there's one near you right now, probably beneath your feet. But although these areas are widespread, they've only recently been explored because they're usually found in places that are hard to reach, like the bottom of the ocean or in remote areas of deserts and jungles. Plus, the temperatures and pressures inside the Earth's crust can be so extreme that studying them requires specialized equipment and techniques. As a result, our understanding of hydrothermal systems has lagged behind other energy sources. That's starting to change now. Researchers are using new tools and technologies to study these systems in unprecedented detail. And what they're finding is incredible. For example, recent studies have revealed that some hydrothermal systems contain more energy than entire countries consume in a year. But how is it possible for water to hold so much energy? Well, it all has to do with pressure. Picture a pot of water boiling on the stove. As the water heats up, it reaches its boiling point, which is 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, the water molecules have enough energy to break their bonds and turn into steam. But what if you could increase the pressure on that pot of water? If you did, you could raise its boiling point, allowing it to reach even higher temperatures. That's exactly what happens in Earth's crust. The weight of the rocks above compresses the water, increasing its temperature to as much as 400 degrees Celsius or 750 degrees Fahrenheit. At those temperatures, the water molecules have enough energy to produce power for homes, businesses, and even entire cities. But how can we access this energy? One way is through geothermal energy, which harnesses the heat from the Earth's core. Geothermal plants have been producing electricity for decades by drilling deep into the crust and capturing steam to power turbines. However, this method has some drawbacks. First, geothermal plants are expensive to build because drilling deep holes is a challenging and costly process. Second, not all locations are suitable for geothermal energy because the Earth's core isn't hot everywhere. And third, geothermal plants can cause seismic activity because they release pressure that has been building up in the Earth's crust for millions of years. As a result, geothermal energy is only available in limited areas and accounts for less than 3% of the world's energy production. There's another way to access the energy in hydrothermal systems, one that doesn't involve drilling deep holes or releasing pressure. It's by extracting the hot water itself and using it directly as a source of heat. That's what a new company called Keys Energy is trying to do. Keys is based in Toronto, Canada, and was founded in 2016 by a team of engineers and scientists led by CEO and founder Dr. Karen Katapos Al-Masri. Quay's mission is to provide clean, renewable energy by tapping into the heat stored in rocks and soil. Unlike geothermal power plants, Keys doesn't need to drill deep holes or release pressure. Instead, they use a technique called Enhanced Geothermal Systems, EGS, which involves injecting water into the Earth's crust to stimulate the production of hot water. But how does EGS work? Let me explain. First, Keys drills shallow holes into the Earth's surface. Then they inject cold water into the ground where it's heated by the surrounding rocks. The hot water rises to the surface naturally, carrying with it the heat from the Earth's crust. Keys collects the hot water in a network of pipes and uses it to heat buildings and greenhouses. The best part is that the process is highly efficient. In fact, it's so efficient that Keys can produce 50 times more energy than it consumes. But what if the water isn't hot enough? No problem. Keys has that covered too. You see, the temperature of the water depends on how deep the holes are. The deeper the holes, the hotter the water. So if the water isn't hot enough, Keys simply drills deeper holes. In fact, the company's technology works in areas with temperatures as low as 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That means Keys can provide renewable energy almost anywhere on Earth. That's a huge advantage over traditional geothermal energy, which is only available in a few places. Keys' technology could bring cheap, clean energy to billions of people around the world. The company's first commercial project is in Ontario, Canada, where it's powering a greenhouse that grows fresh produce year-round. Keys is also working with the Government of Canada to develop a large-scale energy system that could power thousands of homes. But Keys' potential goes beyond providing energy. Its technology could also help fight the climate crisis. You see, as the world gets warmer, we need to find new ways to store energy. Right now, we rely on batteries, but they're expensive and difficult to recycle. What if we could use the Earth itself as a giant battery? That's exactly what Keys is doing in their Ontario project. The company is injecting carbon dioxide into the Earth's crust, where it's stored naturally. That's why Keys is working with governments and universities around the world to explore the potential of their technology to fight the climate crisis. But Keys isn't the only company tapping into the power of rocks and soil. There are other startups exploring new ways to harness the energy in hydrothermal systems. For example, some companies are using advanced drilling techniques to create artificial reservoirs of hot water, while others are developing robots that can explore hard-to-reach areas like the bottom of the ocean. As these companies explore new frontiers, they're also facing challenges. For example, some experts worry that tapping into hydrothermal systems could damage fragile ecosystems or trigger earthquakes. Others argue that the cost of extracting and storing energy in rocks and soil is too high. But despite these challenges, the potential benefits of harnessing Earth's secret power are too great to ignore. The future of energy is geothermal, and it's already here. We're standing on top of a vast reservoir of energy that could power our homes, businesses, and even fight the climate crisis. And the best part is that it's already here. All we need to do is tap into it. But that's not all. There's more to discover. In fact, the Earth's crust is full of surprises. For example, some rocks contain valuable minerals that can be used to make batteries or solar panels more efficient. Others could help us develop new medical treatments or even explore space. By exploring the Earth's crust, we're not just finding new sources of energy, we're also uncovering new ways to improve our lives. So the next time you look down at the ground, remember that you're standing on top of a treasure trove of opportunity. The Earth's crust is a vast, complex, and dynamic system that's full of surprises, and the more we learn about it, the more we'll discover. So let's keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Who knows what we might find next? Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get notified when I post new videos. And if you want to learn more about the topics I discuss, check out the links in the description.